Hi, you guys. Welcome to the very first KeeKee Giggle, where we give you the inside tea and the scoop on all things Neighbors. And this week, I am joined by the handsome and talented Mr. Daniel Gaymon, who is our resident director.
I am. Thanks
Yes,
for
you
having
are.
me.
Absolutely. Anytime.
I'm so thankful to be here. So glad to be your resident director. It's been a really great, fun ride. I also have to ask for me and possibly the people, where did KeeKee Giggle come from?
Oh my God. So, when I was writing the first show I ever started writing ever in my life, it's called On the Brink. You know a lot about it.
I do.
We have this thing in that show where we get together. It's like four of us, four gay guys in New York City. And we get together whenever like one of us is really going through it and like kind of like lean on each other. And it's always like wine and like shooting the shit. And I didn't want to call it a wind down because it was like a complete like stealing of an Issa Rae insecure concept. So I was like, you guys, like what can we call this? It's got to be something. And I was like, KeeKee Giggle. It's something I've always said. And it's just so fresh and different and it's very me. So I was like, you know what, neighbors? We're going to have KeeKee Giggles where we just like chat about the show and let's get into it.
Literally, let's go.
Oh my gosh, the pilot. We'll never forget. A, when you said yes to being a director in the show. B, when I swindled you to being like, you're going to direct 3 of the episodes, actually.
Wow,
and C, our first meeting, you were just so invested in the pilot that I knew we had to talk and more, really, about how you could direct it because you had to.
Yeah.
What was it like reading the script for the first time?
Really awesome. Really, what a eye-opening, very like into the life of Sharrod and Joey in a way, because I've known about friendship for a long time. And yeah, it was really fun, such a fun time reading it and like already from the top of the page, just envisioning what it could be. And at that time, I didn't even know I was going to be the director. It was just like, I'm just trying to
feedback,
help
me.
Feedback, literally, and trying
right.
to just pull out your voice and help you move it, like get a, all like be your best self on the page.
Totally.
And so, and then that turned into, yes, I'm being the director, which I'm super, I didn't even think I'd be doing it this early. So I'm just thankful to be a part of the process. And it's been a really fun time.
Killing it for sure.
But yeah, thank you.
What was it like knowing that you're walking into a space and a story and having to lead, telling a story, with 2 gay men of color? Like, was that scary? Was that exciting? Were you like, I want to do it justice? Or you're like, I don't know if I know enough? Like, how did you feel?
Right, yeah. I hesitant only because of all the things you said, but just for the main thing, telling it right and being respectful to you guys and being respectful to asking your questions, asking questions about the relationships, the lingo, if we even got there, but just being so respectful to you guys and how your process goes and trying to serve the story, if anything. And I even remember, like, even on the pages, I had so many like, we're gonna do this and that, this and that. But if it didn't serve the story, it's out the window. So that's what I really wanted to be here for.
Yeah.
And if anything, I just wanted to do that as a friend to you and as just trying to be a loving person.
Oh, and you beyond knocked it out of the park. Like I watched this episode and in my brain I'm like, he had such a good gauge of clarity. Because with the pilot, we're introducing this world. We're introducing Joey and I, our friendship. We're introducing like all the other supporting characters, Brandon, Giselle, Liz, Lauren, Liz. It's just finding that clarity in the moments. I feel like you did such a good job of that.
Thank you.
Is there like a director you emulate? Was there a process that you personally have or found to get that?
Yeah, I'm a huge David Fincher fan. Very big David Fincher fan. I've been a Fincher fan for a long time. And he shoots obviously so cinematically. It's such a process, anamorphic, all these different amazing layers that he puts into it. And I, if anything, wanted to copycat that as great artist steal, if you will. Yes. But through that, in finding what worked for me and what didn't work for me, trying to copy, my favorite director, I found kind of my own process and still finding my own process. And I think that's such a thankful learning process that this has been. That's who I wanted to be in a way. But if it doesn't work, like I said, if it doesn't serve the story, it's out the window. And I was humbled, and it was a good humbling that was, we all have the fire in us to express the art in whatever way we have. And this was a new project, and just wanted to go at it head on. And but it was nice to still have tunnel vision, still be clear about what's on the page. And if it's not on the page, it's not on the stage, as they say.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And you definitely did that. Like that opening scene of me like finding this ring, and this ring is such an important thing that like you really don't see a lot of moving forward, but you can't forget about. Like we can say that much right now. I just feel like the way you like found a way to ground it and ground the moment and make sure the audience sees it enough to know that this is a problem, leading to the big problem, which is like, I mean, our tagline is love, friendship, and secrets, right? And you see the love that me and Joey and I have. All right, let's sip on that, baby. Like the love, you see the friendship, but like, let's get into this secret, this kitchen moment.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Like, what are we thinking? Like, I was like, oh.
And as much as you emphasized on that, that's the really big reveal moment. We wanted to do that justice and try to just have the time and space for it, the silence, the stillness, the let the audience recollect that, and let them just, really tap into that relationship, even if it is the biggest conflict of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so tricky, right? Like the pilot, people have no idea. Like you guys don't even know, like how many versions and iterations there were of this to try to figure out, are we giving away too much? Like, are there enough Easter eggs for the person that's gonna go back and watch it 10 times and notice something different every time they watch it? Like, it's like finding that balance when you're making like TV is crazy, but we've learned and collaborated and grown so much from this.
Yeah.
Like nothing will ever top this experience.
No,
I like
not at all.
Giuseppe and you and Tishawn and Liz, like the other directors, like it's been such a ride, and I just can't wait to keep going.
Me neither.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Like,
right?
keep watching.
Keep pressing play. Keep pressing play. It's worth it, I promise.
It's
it just keeps
spicy.
getting better and better and better. Drama. Thank you guys for tuning in to our very first KeeKee Giggle, where we go all the way in on all things neighbors. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Cheers.
Cheers. KeeKee Giggle.
KeeKee Giggle.